Hello, welcome to my channel, and if you're not new, welcome back. Thank you so much. I appreciate you like more than you know. Today I'm just gonna do a chatty get ready with me. I've been loving this new drugstore foundation routine, so I'm just gonna talk about that, little life updates here and there, nothing crazy. But if you want to see how I got this look, then let's get into it. I've been trying different foundations, and lately I have been using this Wet n Wild one, Photo Focus, in golden beige. And I will say she's a little bit light for me because I've been using like a tanner. Oops, so I was literally just gonna say I'm trying to avoid my forehead because that's where I'm like the most tan at the moment. At first I was like not too crazy about it because it has a really like dry formula, which I'm not used to. I like really like moussey textures, or I don't know, but with the combination that I've been doing lately, I feel like it works well. So as you can see, this looks a little pale for me, but we will fix it later, so don't worry. It's a new month. We've started like a new morning routine. We're taking our time, taking it slower, easier, and it just feels really, really good. So now I'm gonna use Maybelline Fit Me, and I used to use this, or I've tried it before, and I just wasn't like the biggest fan, but I was like, you know what? I'm just like obsessed with my L'Oreal concealer. I just wanted to try something different. So I was like, let me try her again. And I found that the trick is you have to let it sit for a little bit. And this is a much thinner, like lighter formula coverage. So you have to let it sit, 1, and 2, I feel like I need to use more product. But don't get me wrong, I really do like the formula though. It's very creamy. I love this color. It's felt like for the last month or so, I wasn't like really feeling working out, but don't get me wrong, I would still work out every, Monday through Friday, never skip a day, because it's part of my lifestyle now. But I definitely noticed that I wasn't as focused while working out as I used to be, and not getting as good of a pump as I used to be. So I think in the morning I was just so anxious to like hop on social media and do all that, because I do not check my phone until I'm done working out, I'm done meditating. So I think I was trying to kind of like breeze through it so I could do that, because I would just be like anxious to check it. But I had to have like a talk with myself and just be like, you know what, you just need to be patient, you need to slow down, you need to focus on what you're doing in the moment and enjoy it, and not be in such a rush to hop on social media. Like, it can always wait, and I don't like the feeling of being so attached to it. For some people, I feel like social media can be like a really negative place, and it's not for me. It's actually a very positive. I really enjoy social media, but I just didn't enjoy how I was like so anxious to get on there, you know what I mean? So I definitely am working on taking my time in the morning, slowing down, getting a better workout, and having some breakfast, and both of us like allowing me and rest time to get ready. Okay, pause, sorry, let's skip over. This is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Stick. So I actually was using this before I tried the foundation. Look how tan I am. I was using this before the foundation and I really liked it, but I stopped using it once I got my Patrick Ta cream contour. But I've been going back to it, and let me just tell you, this formula on top of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation is like match made in heaven. Like, I don't know if it's because they're the same brand or like what, but this is very creamy, this stick. I'm putting a lot on my forehead because, as you can see, I'm just very tan and this makeup is just really light. So this is very creamy, and the foundation is very dry. It's not drying, it's just a dry formula. So I feel like it just works really, really well together. You will see, I'm really liking it. And also, I need to put this to the test. Maybe we'll do like a little wear test today. Because these foundations, like the only claim they have is that they're photo focused. So they're great for photography, which, you know, I'm gonna go take some pictures tomorrow. So maybe we'll try it out and see. But yeah, there's just something about these two together. They just, normally this Wet n Wild stick kind of slips all over the place on top of other foundations, but on this one, like, it has just the right amount of give when blending. The only thing I'm not super crazy about is the color. I feel like it's a bit warmer, or like orange, on the orange side, than I would prefer. But I definitely have been feeling a little bit heavier, so I started implementing cardio into my workout routine, and I'm very excited. It's a new challenge. That's what I need. Every once in a while, I need like I need to switch things up. Like, I love routine, I thrive in it, but I also get bored. So it's important to understand like when that's happening for me, so I can try and like switch something up. So it's great that I know this about myself now, so now I can like adjust instead of just like being uninspired and pushing through in things that just aren't working anymore, like things that aren't serving me anymore. So I'm actually kind of thankful that I know this about myself, and that just means it means like, okay girl, time to switch it up, time to, you know. All right, the nose always looks like very intense, so I always go over it with the blender because I feel like it looks really good, but I know it could be intense at times. And I don't do any highlighting on the nose. I'm not a fan of the way it looks, and for some reason I always feel like it makes my nose look crooked. So this is what I call like a natural nose contour, because I just kind of... Now I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I love this stuff. I love cream liquid products for the summertime, but I especially love this one because it's kind of, again, it's a dry formula, but it is like a cream. It's kind of weird, but it works really well with this whole face combo as well, because I noticed on top of other foundations this was getting a little oily, but not with this combination. I definitely think this foundation would be good for people with oily skin because of like the dryness of the formula. But just don't get that confused with like dryness, because it's not dry, it's just a dry formula. But I wouldn't say it's matte either, because I'm like, wait, actually matte is like another word for it, but I don't know, I wouldn't call it matte either. Because it's not like a dewy formula and it's not a matte formula, I like to take my e.l.f. This is the Halo Glow Setting Powder. I have loved this for quite some time now, as you guys know. And I like to take this and put this all over my face to set it, because I feel like this gives like a light sheen, a glow to the face, if you will. And I really like that. I feel like it's a good balance with the way the foundation works, if that makes sense. This is making sense. I hope you get what I mean. But and also I use the shade Medium Beige, which gives back some color to my face, as you probably can see. Oh, but the cardio that I added to my routine, sorry, we're jumping between chatting and makeup details. But what I started adding to my workout routine for cardio is I started doing the 12-3-30 workout that is like popping on TikTok, I think. So incline 12, speed 3 for 30 minutes. And you guys, it's amazing. So if you guys want to try it, definitely follow me on Instagram. Let me know, because every day I'm posting like day 2, day whatever. I'm gonna do it Monday through Friday every week. So yeah, follow me on Instagram so we can like keep up together. All right, so also from Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild has been like my best friend lately, is this retractable brow pencil. And I just love this thing. I replaced my Bobbi Brown one with this, and it's literally the same thing, $45 versus $3. So I'm just gonna use this, and lately for my eyebrows, I noticed I've just been starting from the top of the brow to kind of fill in just like the sparseness up there. I don't do like the bottom line of my eyebrow anymore. I just find it, unless it's like down here, I find it to be more like intense or like drawn on. So I kind of just leave it natural. I just put this where I need some help in the sparse areas, like where my shape is missing because it's so light. So I give my arch some help. The only part that I do the underline on is the front of the brows, and I do it very, very lightly. And then I've been using this thing for like 6 months, you guys. NYX Lift and Snatch. I love this. And I just do the hair strokes in the front of the brow, starting from like the middle front, because sometimes too much comes out of here, so I would rather that happen like over here. This is just like a very natural brow in my opinion. I need to set the under eye, and you guys, I just bought this e.l.f. thing the other day, but she's a little bright. So what I'm gonna do is go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth first, because I liked the e.l.f. one. Don't get me wrong, I liked that it was bright, but I will say that I felt like it kind of came off quickly, like it didn't wear very well on my under eyes. But you know, under eyes are a hard place to please. I'm gonna go in with like a touch. This stuff is very strong, so you don't need much. This is their Prime Infused powder in light medium. So let's see how they work together. We love a bright under eye. I feel like it just is like a very pretty look, but you don't want to overdo it because in pictures it could be all bad. So I don't need, with this new like face routine I'm doing, I don't need to set the bronzer or the blush, but I do need to take some on the nose because that under eye powder kind of overpowers the nose contour. I'm just so happy with all of these products together. I just think they look bomb. They work very well together. I'm very happy with her. And the palette that I have been using like crazy is my Jason Woo palette. They sent me this and I love it. Like I love it. So I think there's like bronzer on this brush. I'm just gonna go over. You guys know, if you follow me anywhere, you know I like to do like this outer part right here and then in here. It just gives my eyes dimension. And then this palette is just so pretty. Honestly, you can use any of the colors. I'm gonna just mix them. Oh my gosh, I used the wrong brush, but it's fine. I just like a very like contoured eye, if you will. That's like my jam. And I'm kind of starting to bring back winged liner. And I'm gonna go in just with this shade right here. It's a little more cool tone, and I've been into cool tones like this whole year. I don't know what it is, but I've just kind of like switched over to the cool tone gang. I think because it has like a much more natural look, and I'm here for that. Almost 3 years now since I left my job, and I just want to say I couldn't be more proud of myself because I've come a long way. I've learned so much. Like they say, becoming an entrepreneur is basically taking the road of personal development, and it's so freaking true. I've learned so much about life and myself on this journey. It's just been crazy. Sometimes I feel like I'm learning slowly, but I always knew like manifestation and law of attraction and all of that stuff was real, but I didn't realize how much you had to actively practice faith, if that makes sense. And I have been doing that now for, I would say, like a year. Like actively practicing it, looking at my affirmations, making my goals, like visualizing, really feeding my subconscious, you know, with what I want. And it's been working. Like, surprise, surprise. Like, I'm not surprised, but the old me I was confused. I thought you just had to like want it, which that is, you know, these light shadows in this palette are insane. This is like no base either, and look how like good they look. Jason Wu Beauty also sent me eye primers, or like, is that what it's called? You know, if you like to prep your eyes before. They sent me that, and those work really good too. I just personally don't do that. But yeah, those work really well. So I'm gonna put a little bit of liquid liner. But yeah, I basically had to learn that you have to more than just want it. You have to believe it. You have to act as if you are already that person with all those things that you want. And you have to take the first step in whatever it is that you want. So wherever you want to be, whatever you want, you have to take the first step towards it. And normally the first step is probably something that's uncomfortable, something that feels really scary. But if that's what it is, then I'm telling you right now, that's what you have to do. It's the only way. So now I'm gonna pop some mascara on. I've been trying to go back to Drugstore mascara, starting with this one. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll just use this. But I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling her. I love my Kosas mascara, and it is what it is at this point. I love it. But yeah, so basically in the last year, acting as if has gotten me like a really long way. It's pretty much thrusted me into exactly what I wanted, because I was, you know, acting like I had it already. Acting like it was what I wanted already. And that really started to attract and bring things into my life that I wanted. True story. And also like challenging myself to do things that make me uncomfortable, but I know I have to do. Like, I know it's the next step. Every single time I have done something like that, the universe has rewarded me. Every single time. I really believe in that. Just loving myself as I am, taking everything day by day, setting goals, but knowing the point of the goal is to become better in the end. It could go a million different ways, but the whole point is to just propel yourself in the direction that you want to go. All right, now for my favorite lip of the moment. I think I kept everything Drugstore. This is Jonty Blue lip liner in Spice. I mean, this liner is definitely loved. Like, look how small it is. And I'm gonna go in with this. Again, Wet n Wild Cloud Pout in Flutter Nutter. I feel like that's such a weird word. And there's just something about this combo that gives me life. It's like, it is a 90s lip for sure. And then I'm going to use Jason Wu. They sent over this as well, and I clearly love it because the name is gone. This is their lip plumper. So that is pretty much the final look. So I'm going to do bottom mascara with my Kosas. You know what? I am going to chop this look off with some Frex. So I'm going to use the NYX pen. And I kind of, I'm drawing freckles, but I'm going off where I naturally have them. They're just covered up. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Also, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like. It really helps me so much, and I'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment if you have any questions, comments, or concerns.